Hey, folks, happy Wednesday and welcome to the Wayne Dupree podcast. My name's Jason Robertson. I am going to be joined shortly by the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Wayne Dupree. Wayne had a fun night, and I'll get to that in just a sec. But before we get going, I want to get a huge shout out to Red Voice Media, RVMnews.com, best team in the business. They do a ton of work for Wayne on his website with the podcast distribution. We appreciate all the hard work and all the stuff that those guys do. We love Drew and his team over there. And for everybody tuning in on all the platforms, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Twitch, Cozy, X, my favorite, Rumble. Why do I love Rumble? Rumble loves free speech. We can say what we want. We can get a little spicy over on Rumble. Some of these platforms get tough. Like somebody was asking me the other day, they're like, why don't you play many clips anymore? And it's like, well, we keep getting copyright strikes when we play a clip. So they tend not to like that. As we get going, though, got a couple favors. First, give us a like, give us a comment, hit the share button, share the show. It helps the show get reach. And the biggest favor, I ask a lot of you guys. I ask a lot. But when Wayne logs on, today is his birthday. We're all gonna start singing happy birthday. I want to see it in the chat. We're just waiting for a minute or two for Wayne to get on, and then we will then we'll all hit him with happy birthday. How does that sound? And I apologize if I sound tired. So full disclosure, this morning I get up, go to the doctor to get my pre-screen. I'm having my other kidney stone taken out, and it snowed like 6-8 inches here. It was ridiculous. Had my driveway clear. I get home from the doctor, and for those who know, like Midwestern snow, the frickin' snowplow goes by. The snow was actually taller than my snowblower. I had to climb over the hill, get my snowblower, plow the driveway so I could get my car in. I hate living in Minnesota. It's communist. We got snowfall. We got all kinds of things going on. It is stark raving mad. Let me check in the comments. We got K-Gun Girl, Mark. We got Beard Dog over there. K-Gun Girl, I like money going to the people. We love money going to people. Terry over on the YouTube. Hey, K-Gun Girl. Hey, Beard. We got Paul Reese. Paul, let me know if you got snow too. Although you might be somewhere like Azerbaijan or some exotic place buying coffee. We got Diane over there. Lisa gives us an update. It stopped flooding. Charlene reposting us over there. Wayne did get the waterfall shut off. So I called him after the show, and we were able to figure out where his water shut off is, or I think before the show. We were able to figure out where his shut off was. It is in a panel in the wall. He had to take the panel off and then turn the water off, and then suddenly the whole thing quit. So it's crazy. Lisa's got rain and snow. Terry, hope Wayne got his water fixed. He was able to direct some of that water down to Texas. Oh, heck yeah. Diane moved to Texas. I hear it's really hot down there, Diane. I might be just a whiny baby. I'm going to complain it's cold in Minnesota. I hear it's super hot in Texas in the winter. Now, I'm going to try to show what Wayne posted on the Twitter yesterday. So hopefully this works, or this is going to go horribly wrong. So for those who didn't see, and I'm going to need you guys to help me with this too. So over on Wayne's Twitter, he had 2 pipes burst. And if you can look at the pipes on his Twitter, they had cracks in them. And there was one crack on the one, and this one has one at the bottom and one at the top. Hopefully you guys can let me know if you can see that. But he shared it on his Twitter. So yeah, I don't know. It was really weird because the leak in his house, it was in the middle of the house. And it was kind of in the area between like the main floor and the second floor, I believe. So it wasn't like on an exterior wall where like I've seen pipes like that get frozen and then I've seen them pop, but I have never seen just a copper pipe just in a wall that wasn't frozen do that. Oh, sounds like Lisa says that happens. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. Yeah. So jumping into some of the news, and Wayne titled it, Trump gives Zelensky holiday ultimatum. James is over on the Twitter. Hey, thanks for tuning in, James. What's going on with the UK, France, and Germany preparing for war with who? We're going to kind of dig into that a little bit. So we haven't, I mean, knock on wood, we have not talked about the conflict in Ukraine for quite a while. It's been pretty quiet. The news media has gone silent. I mean, Wayne and I still follow it, but it isn't top of mind. We have largely cut out any of the financing that we are sending Ukraine. It's tapering down. We're saying, hey, we're going to sell weapons, but Europe's got to help foot the bill. Like, this is more a Europe thing than an American thing. Lot of pieces moving around on there. It's also come out that Trump and Rubio and the administration are pushing for investigations into the corruption because they're drawing the same conclusions that all of us draw, which is you look over, you see Zelensky's wife flying on a private plane, going to some expensive place, doing these huge shopping trips. His number two in command was doing the same. All of a sudden, he owns a bunch of mansions. All the senior leaders in the government are suddenly pulling up, not in like nice cars, like, oh, I got a nicer, newer car, but like super like Bentley type cars. And the U.S. government, President Trump, Rubio are like, we want some oversight into this money. We want to take a look. We want to see where this money's going. At the same time, Russia has ramped up its drones attacks. There was a huge strike over the weekend where they just pummeled some areas. And it's weird. The war is devolving into like World War I trench warfare with drones. So the whole thing's getting crazy over there. It looks like who knows who's getting more land or who's taking more space. But Ukraine is starting to run out of money. Europe doesn't have a lot of money to give them. They do a lot of big talks. They're starting to ramp up their military. A lot of strange things are happening. But quietly, Donald Trump, Marco Rubio have been negotiating peace deals. About a week ago, they had a 26-point peace deal that was essentially where we all figured the war would end anyways, which is whatever the borders are, we're going to lock the borders in. Russia agrees not to attack Ukraine. Ukraine agrees not to attack Russia. They're not going to be in NATO. And ironically, the only part of the peace deal that Ukraine was squawking about was the auditing of their funds from Europe and other countries. Russia was kind of asking for that. They're like, we want to know who gave you money and what you guys used it for. Ukraine was not down with that. And they actually asked for full pardons for all combatants for any war crime, so nobody could be charged. Now, I got to say, draw whatever conclusion you would like from that. But so now this negotiation's going back and forth. Donald Trump came out last night on Truth Social, and he's telling Zelensky, let's get this done. Let's get the peace deal done. Let's stop the dying. Donald Trump, whatever any criticism anybody can have of him, he generally really doesn't want people to die in war. I believe that with my whole soul. Donald Trump is very, very insistent on like, let's just stop killing you. Like that should be kind of the kind of the baseline for everything. So I'm excited to see what we hope to wind down. And let me know in the chat if this peace deal gets like will the peace deal get signed? He's talking about a holiday deadline. And B, how long after the peace deal does Zelensky go into hiding because he's going to end up getting run out of office? Hey, there he is. The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Wayne Dupree. Now, I asked the audience, I need you guys to help me. I need everybody to jump in. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Wayne. Happy birthday to you. You celebrated with an indoor waterfall.
See, there you go.
I showed the picture on your Twitter. I think I don't know if they could see it. Nobody told me.
Yeah,
I think. Are you pulling it up? It's crazy, dude. I don't know. And some people are claiming in the chat that happens to old copper pipes. I ain't never seen that.
Two pipes at the same time?
2 pipes at the same time. And one had happened in 2 spots within like a foot of each other. That thing is crazy.
Let's see.
Hey, and Terry, don't give up my day job. I sing like the angels, man. When I sing, my granddaughter, man, she is into it.
All right.
You pulling up the picture?
Yeah, here we go. This is the first pipe. It was actually, let me show you this pipe first. This is the first pipe. This is the one that they found. And ladies and gentlemen, I had water was flowing out of my ceiling yesterday. I got up first thing in the morning. I was getting ready to fix me something to eat. And nobody was up. Nobody was taking a shower. Nobody was using the bathroom. And I put some bacon in the air fryer. And I'm getting ready to chow down, man. All of a sudden I heard, boom. What was that? And I swear it sounded like Niagara Falls coming. I didn't see anything, but I was like, that sounds like water. I don't know where it. Next thing I knew, it was like somebody had taken a very large bucket and it was coming out of the ceiling. And I stood there for about 15, 20 seconds because I was floored. I didn't know what to do.
He's like, what the hell?
I was like, what am I supposed to do? So I hurried up and went to got the trash can, and I was able to. I have 2 55-gallon trash cans, so the water was filling up. I dumped 6 55-gallon trash cans before I was able to turn the water off. Now I called JR, and I'm talking to JR. I'm like, yo, man, this thing is bad.
I wish I could have recorded. Did you get any video of the water pouring out of the ceiling?
No.
He called me and he's like, and I'm like, why is Wayne calling? And he's like, I'm gonna FaceTime you. I'm like, yeah, FaceTime. It's getting a little weird, but okay. And I hear in the background, and then all of a sudden it logs in and it's just like a fountain. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. So Jason's walking me through because the water that first started coming out was hot. Right. I mean, the whole kitchen was starting to steam up. I was like, that's hot water, you know? So went downstairs to the basement. We found the hot water valve.
Water heater shut off.
On top of the water heater. Turned it off. Went back upstairs. And the water was still coming.
Now it's cold water.
Now it's cold water. And Jason was like, well, there's supposed to be another valve down there. So, okay, I go back down there and I'm looking. We don't see a valve. I got the camera up to the thing. Jason's like, no, go left. No, right. No. Okay, now go up. Okay, now go left. Go right. No, that's not it. Okay. Move to the right. Move to the left. And the whole way they were doing this, everybody upstairs is still asleep.
Which is funny because it's like 11 o'clock.
At that time it was about 11 o'clock. So everybody's still asleep. And I'm getting frustrated because I can't find this valve that Jason said is supposed to be right there. And Jason's like, wait a minute, your picture's gone. I can't see it. So now I gotta call him back. So now I gotta call him back. And we're looking all over the house for a knob to turn the water off. So my daughter comes down. She helps me move one of the clean trash cans in so I can dump one of the trash cans. And then I remembered, I was like, wait a minute. I think I know where the valve might be. By this time, it's already been raining in the house for about an hour. Okay.
Dude.
For an hour, ladies and gentlemen. It wasn't a trickle. This was not a trickle. This was water coming. Okay. So I went down to the basement. I found the valve 5 minutes before the show started. So the water was pouring in my house for maybe an hour and a half before I found the water to turn the valve off. The cold water valve off.
We covered that on yesterday's show. I told everybody go figure out where your water shut off valve is.
Couldn't find it. So,
Right.
So the plumber. So I try to get plumbers. I said, Jason, I'll call you back. So while the water's flowing, I'm trying to find these 24-hour plumbers. They're supposed to be 24-hour plumbers. They're emergency plumbers. Yeah, we'll be there between 2 and 4. It's raining in my house. I don't need you between 2 and 4. I need you now. So hung up on them. Call the next guy. I know he was reading the script. I know I was like, dude. He's like, sir, can I get your name? Just put anything. I just need somebody here right now. Sir, the address. Trace the call. Find a way to get over here right now to take care of this thing. So, can you hold? Yeah, sure. That one. Then I found these plumbers, Lynn's Plumbers.
Do you recommend them?
I just found them.
Did you like them?
But don't use them. Do not use them. Do not use them. They came in number one, they acted like they didn't want to be there in the first place. Number two, he looked at it. It was like, it's going to be $618 just to look. What? It's going to be about $618 just to look to find out. Because by now I'd already turned the water off. So
right.
Okay. All right. I didn't have it. $618. Here you go. So went up there and he saw this. And now that was on one pipe. Then he looked at another pipe and saw this one. Now, if you can really zone in on that, at the top, there's a little mouth. And at the bottom, there's a little mouth. So it busted in 2 places. Okay. So now we're talking about 2 pipes that need to be fixed to get the water back on. The dude was like, okay, $2,300. Whoop. And no warranty, by the way. No warranty. I was like, oh no. New. Lynn's Plumbers. I said, no, that's okay. No. Mm-mm. So then I found somebody else to come out, and they're working on it last night for about $450, and they took care of everything.
$2,000 and no warranty.
$2,300 and no warranty. Do not use Lynn's Plumbers. Okay, do not use it. Daniel said, "How cold was it over there?" And see, I thought I was watching how cold it was because last January, it was in the teens. And one of my pipes burst. So, I was like, okay, I'll make sure it doesn't happen again like that. I didn't know it was in the teens yesterday morning. I woke up.
What's weird? I haven't been in your house. Look at where that was. So, like in Minnesota, where it gets super cold, like most of the plumbing they keep in the middle of the house, so there's insulation, it's warm, and that looked like that pipe was between the floors. And you've got like heated upstairs, heated down. So like if you don't have a pipe on like an exterior wall, usually that you don't run into that big a danger of them freezing and bursting. And especially that's the kids' bathroom, it sounds like. So they're using it every day. Water's running through it.
Right.
And yeah, that's weird. And I just wonder, like you said, your house was like from the 70s. And now you got 2 pipes failing. And I don't know, maybe somebody in the chat knows, but like, do you have to get your pipes checked then? Like, are more going to start failing?
I know. That's the upstairs.
Yeah.
That's the upstairs.
But then you got all that water damage upstairs. Although upstairs shouldn't have had much because it was all going down.
No.
Floor and then in the basement.
No, that's right there because they are going to take that ceiling down.
But is that your first floor looking up to the second floor or your second floor?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That's that's looking up there. So they were like, and actually they said all the insulation up there was wet.
Yeah, so it's all got to come out.
It's all got to come out. So,
And even like in your basement, because with that much water flowing, like a lot went down. That's got to get ripped out too.
they already, as a matter of fact, they let's see, where's it at? That's something that they were working on last night. Yeah, here it is. They came in and they got all these fans.
Oh God, I haven't seen this. I think you got 100 fans.
Jason, they got all these fans, and actually, it's kind of cool in there. I would expect it to have been a little bit hotter though, but let me see. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just taking you through what happened. This
What a way to celebrate your birthday.
Yeah, this pre-birthday thing. Yeah,
little remodel. Oh, that is awesome. Oh, dude, they tore apart that whole wall.
Yes. Yeah,
oh man, they went ham.
They sure did. And the couch was underneath this the top part right here.
Geez.
And all that was leaking on the couch.
So, yeah, so that's gone. And you talked to your insurance, though, right?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, everything got wet.
This is the entry into where the storage is. So there's no ceiling right here. So the water was coming down in this area right here. And actually the water people said that's basically what saved a whole lot of stuff, is that you didn't have a ceiling up there and that water was just coming down. So the water just spread underneath the wall and it went into the rug that you just saw just a while ago. So yeah.
Wow.
And here's
like a mini remodel in your house.
Oh, and who was it? Paul said, did you follow? After I got finished talking with Jason yesterday while Jason was on the show, I called the claims people. I didn't have anything yet. I didn't know anything yet. I just want to let them know, hey, I'm coming. So got a quick story about that one too, because I called them, and then I got a virtual person who wasn't hearing what I was saying. I was like, I don't want to talk to you. I'm going to talk to a real person. Click. I was like, what's going on? So then I called him back. So then I got to a line that was ringing. Then I got a voicemail. I was like, wait a minute. I've had my insurance withdrawal for the last couple of years. You trying to tell me that, I have rain coming down inside of my house and I'm at a voicemail? I was like, I'm not happy with this. I'm not. Here's my phone number. You call, whatever. So then I call back. And the third time was a hang up. It was an accidental hang up. I don't know what happened. So then I call back again. No. The third time, I was explaining to the first person that answered me and say, yeah, and they was like, wait a minute, hold on. I'd already explained everything to him. You probably want the claims department. Who is this? This is customer service. Why didn't you tell me that before we started? My rain is there's rain in my house, So the fourth call, I finally got through to somebody. So now I have an adjuster. By 1:30 yesterday, I had an adjuster. I knew what his name was. I sent him all the pictures and everything. At 5:04 yesterday, they switched the adjuster to another adjuster.
All right. I'm gonna go pro tip time, and I'm gonna jump in with Paul Reese's comment. Call your agent if you have one.
I have
funny story. My dad had a lot of great advice. Sometimes I'm learning now that I'm old, he didn't follow it, which is kind of funny. But anyways, one of the things he said was, whenever you get insurance, get an insurance agent. Find an agent you like. Find somebody that's not stupid. No matter what agency you go through, you can get like cheaper insurance. Like you can get car insurance through Progressive, but you don't have an agent. He's like, just always have an agent. You'll be happy as long as you got a good one. So I got an insurance agent. So my first ex-wife, she didn't believe in insurance agents, so we didn't have one. And then when I got divorced, I bought my house. I'm like, I'm going to find an insurance agent. And I found an agent, State Farm Insurance, Mike Orn. If you're from the Minnesota area, love Mike Orn. Small office. It was him and a gal. And I was one of their first customers. And he insured my house. And then he insured my car, insured the kid's car, got a couple rental houses, got an umbrella policy. Like Mike Orn's been great for me over the years. But anytime I have anything happen, I get to call Mike and I get to go, hey, dude, this happened. Can you just tell me what to do? And, you know, sometimes they'll say, okay, this one you've got to call, file the claim, and then let me know and I'll follow up on it. And so then real life story, stepson went through Mike, but he thought he was a little expensive. So he went through a cheaper insurance company, didn't have an agent. So he got in a car accident, got screwed by the insurance company. They gave him the low end of the replacement value, jerked him around. Stepdaughter kept Mike Orn, the insurance agent. She was just in a car crash. And she called. She was just going through the generic thing, and she was complaining. And she's like, "I'm getting the runaround." I'm like, "Oh, here's all you got to do, kiddo. Call Mike Orn's office." And Mike now he's got like 20 employees, so he might not handle it himself. I'm one of his older customers. I think he likes me. We've always got along really good. But talk to him or Christine, and they might give you to another agent. Within 24 to 48 hours, they had a check for replacement car, and it was like. So the one kid went through like 4 weeks of hell to get screwed because we had an agent. We've had a long-standing relationship with him. Like Mike in his office got them all squared away in like 2 days. They had a new car bought by the weekend. So I'm a huge fan out there. You find somebody good, you find somebody you like working with, and then you just instead of, you know, if you can say, oh, I can save $100 by going through so and so. Like, man, if you don't have I can drive down to his office and just knock on his door and go, bro, what's going on? And like, he's super nice guy. So yeah, I would encourage that.
Yeah, it was a day. It was a day. It was a day.
Joyce Pruitt, State Farm gets it done. I don't know if State Farm always does, but I know my agent does.
We had them when I was married. We had them. And but now I have Travelers. And Travelers, I didn't know my deductible was like that. Well, I can't remember that my deductible was like that, but I asked him.
What was the deductible? Huge.
2,500.
Oh, that ain't so bad.
When you ain't got it,
plenty got it. I'm just saying, it's like I've seen people that like didn't pay attention to their deductible, and it was like, oh, your deductible's $10,000, and it's like, whoa.
Are you serious?
You can get really big deductibles
for a low payment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right.
Same thing on cars, you know, and that's funny too, because with the kids, like I always told them pay extra, especially if you have a car loan, so that you can get replacement value on your car. So if you smash your car, they're going to give you book value, which is less than what it's going to cost you to actually replace it. But if you've got a loan, you can pay a little extra, and then they make sure they give you enough to pay off your loan. So yeah, sometimes it's worth spending a little extra, because then when, you know, you could have paid for a lower deductible, your payment would have been higher, but then if something happens, you know, then you're not screwed.
Well, I'll say this. I did so much walking yesterday, my friends.
Oh, your knees got to be just killing you.
Last night, man, I was done. And here's the thing. I told Jason and I told Lisa, I'm able to do 25 minutes worth of walking these days, but I only do it at 5-minute clips. So I can get in 25 minutes a day of exercising, but I have to do it in 5-minute increments. Okay. Dude, yesterday I hit my minutes of walking.
Yeah, you walk goal by 10 o'clock
without even exercising. Yeah. I was, oh man. But American Water Restoration, good people. American Water Damage, good people.
Nice.
Yeah, they're.
Oh, we've identified a bad plumber and a good plumber.
Lynn's plumbers, don't use them. I'm telling you.
If you want to pay a lot and not get a warranty,
don't use them. And then Jason, they told me when I told her, it's like, yeah, no, that's okay. Okay, I understand. Well, we're gonna go out there. We're gonna clean up, and I said, okay, great. go back up there, and you still had pieces of insulation on the floor and stuff. I'm like, oh man, those sons of biscuits, man.
See, it's funny. I have a construction company I work with for anything I do. Willett Construction in Minnesota. Great guys. I got a sign in my front yard advertising them. Like, they've done a ton of work for me, roofs or whatever I need. They helped me get my insurance claim done, to get my roof done. It was a whole thing. But they're nice because it's small construction company. Like, everybody that works there, like family, friends, like most people that have worked there have been there a long time. They really worked like their journeyman's up. So like they start guys like doing the grunt work, man. And you got to be a grunt for 4 years before they actually let you do anything reasonable. And like sometimes if I got a little job, they'll be like, is it okay if I send the new guy? Like, he might not be great. And oh yeah, I'll always let him help train people. But it's nice because if I ever have a problem, I just call Scott and I'm like, hey dude, this happened. Can you figure this out? And like, if it's not something they do, they have a contractor they work with. And yeah, but it's just that good people, you work with good people take care of you. Too often we outsource that stuff to these like big unknown companies that you have no idea who they are, what they do. You don't build those relationships. And yeah.
So yeah, I was like, I called Jason. I
wish I could have recorded it because someday we're going to look at this and laugh. We're kind of laughing now, but Wade's standing there. He's like, and he's got his face and he's just like, oh. and I walked down to Jen's office and she's like, what's going on? I'm like,
yeah.
Oh. and I wanted to show him like what the valve looked like on the water heater because I was hoping it was just a hot water pipe. And I'm trying to show him mine. And then he turns on the thing and it's just like, in his kitchen or entryway or whatever. And I'm like, oh my God. That was I wish I could have like that needed video for prosperity because you're gonna be telling that story for the let me tell you about my birthday. The day before my birthday, I had a flood.
Yeah. But I woke up this morning with my health. So yeah.
God only gives you as much as you can handle, Wayne. That's what they say.
Yeah, well, he was pushing it yesterday.
he has confidence in your abilities. Yeah, I was telling the story a little bit before I got on. So last night we got like 6-8 inches of snow in Minnesota, and it was heavy, thick, gross snow. So I went out, and it was kind of done snowing by like 7 o'clock for the most part. So went out, had to clear off the deck. I sent you the picture of the paths I had to make my dogs in the backyard.
Look, let me tell you something. Look, I might even, I'm playing because we only have about 30 minutes to go. But if this was any other day, I would just cut the show right now and let him go get some sleep for all the work that he was doing today.
It's funny because there's this much snow and my dogs are this tall. Yeah. So I had to go make like rabbit paths in the backyard with the leaf blower so they can go out and go potty. And then I had to snow blow my driveway. Then the neighbor, I feel bad. It's a younger family. They got like a bunch of kids, super nice people, but they don't have a snow blower. And the guy's kind of a big, heavy dude. And I'm like, whenever it snows a lot, I go snow blow his driveway because I'm like, I don't want him having a heart attack or something out there, So I snow blow my driveway, his driveway, the other neighbor's driveway, get in and I'm dead. Go to the doctor today, and I come home to a 4-foot drift in my front yard. I'm like, come on. Can I get a break?
Yeah, that's Jason.
Yeah, that's the path I had to carve my dogs. It's like a whole trail system in the backyard.
Yeah. But what got me is this picture that I'm getting ready to show because he said he had to clear this. And look, to do this before the show,
dude,
look, first off, I hope that it's warm where he is because I don't want you catching a cold because I know what happens when you get out there and you're trying to do all that stuff. You start sweating and all that stuff. And did you this is what Jason had to clear before today's show.
I should have took the picture a little bit more to the right because that drift is taller than my mailbox.
Damn.
To put it in perspective. Oh, like, come on, man.
That looks pretty though, Jason.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and it was, you can kind of tell by the cuts on the side. Like we got like 8 inches of snow yesterday, 6 or 8, they're saying. And then the freaking plow comes by and it clears the road. But I got the house on the corner, so I get like the heaviest load of it. And I'm like, that was when I was at the doctor, so I couldn't even pull in the driveway. I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice when we talk about life stuff, not politics. Politics can be stupid sometimes.
Politics is crazy these days. What happened in Miami?
Depends on who you ask. For the first time in 30 years,
30 years.
Democrat won the Miami mayoral election.
Yeah.
Some people are saying Harris actually won Miami by 1% in a high turnout election. I forget the numbers, but it was like 47,000 people voted in the presidential election. Only 12,000 voted in the mayoral election.
And that's what happens in midterms.
That's what happens in midterms. Some people are saying, well, yeah, the Democrat was probably going to win. Miami is gone. Blue. I mean, Harris won Miami. Some people are saying it's omens to come. I still maintain that it really comes down to mass deportations and the economic stuff taking hold. And, that's going to happen by codifying some Trump stuff. If that doesn't happen in the midterms, it's going to be a bloodbath. And if that happens, we could be competitive. We got a shot at winning. The redistricting stuff, I think, will be a net positive. If the Supreme Court comes down in the Louisiana case in time, you can get some redistricting happening. That's positive. But if the House and Senate don't get anything done, we're screwed.
Yeah, and California just wiped some Republicans off of there, so they get some more seats out there in California too.
Yeah, I saw a breakdown somebody put together this morning, and it looks like all the redistricting things that have gone through it, because multiple states are doing it, like Indiana's doing it, Ohio's talking about it.
Well, Indiana is having a little conniption on theirs, though.
Right.
That dude out there. Did Trump say something about him? Or
yeah, Trump's been the Republicans are going pretty hard into redistricting. And I'll be honest, folks, if like every state gerrymanders, every political party gerrymanders, this is not a Democrats, Republicans. It's just part of the political reality. And because of the racial gerrymandering, the Supreme Court's deciding, and the count of illegals in the last census, you have like 25, 30 extra seats that are Democrat seats. And now you can say whether or not you should count illegals towards electoral process or you shouldn't or whatnot. Like that'll all get settled in the courts. But, that's if you look at the number of tax-paying American citizens, if we only counted American citizens for purpose of elections, Republicans would win the House by 25 seats. Holy cow, Terry's saying 20 inches of snow.
Where?
Oh no, that was the last couple of years.
Okay.
Oh no. Last couple of years, my cost for snow removal all year. Wow. 20 inches already. God, we've had years like that. I hate it.
Sometimes we talk about influencers, so-called influencers, and sometimes we talk about people to get paid in pushing out various narratives and agendas and different things like that. Jason, it's really getting on my nerves about the Qatar thing, because I understand we all know what Qatar is. We already know, but it seems like that the administration has some type of working relationship with Qatar.
Yes.
That's you can get mad with anybody if you want to, but that's from a top-down thing. President Trump has a relationship with Qatar, and Qatar is treating him well. And when I mean that they're treating him well, they're working with him. Okay. But when I see people online slam cash for going over to Qatar, and when I see them go after Bondi, who who also went over to Qatar. I'm like, why y'all going after? Why y'all slamming these people? Number one, for going over there. Do you think they're going over there rogue? Do you think they're not going over there with some permission from President Trump to go over there? You know, I mean, oh, they need to be gone. They're over there with the enemy. Who do you think is sending them over there? You know, it's like either they aren't putting one and one together, or maybe they're just hiding, or maybe they're getting just paid to just go off on guitar, you know, and just name it. Like Tucker. I never been a Tucker fan, but Tucker, Don Jr., and some other people were over there speaking last week or something like that. They got all on Tucker. See, Tucker's over. Tucker Carlson and is over there. They didn't say nothing about Don Jr., who was over there at the same time. They didn't say nothing about some more people within the Trump administration over there at the same time. Don't you understand? There's a big party and y'all ain't invited. That's how it is. There's a big party, y'all ain't invited, and Qatar is putting. We thought that hope this don't sound right. We thought that the Chinese were putting millions and billions of dollars into Americans' education.
Oh, they are.
Qatar is too.
Qatar is too. And
Qatar is putting millions and billions in there too.
All right, so let me just break down the Qatar situation, because we've talked about it and I've been digging around a little bit and looking to see what people are saying and who's saying what. Here's the reality. Qatar hates Israel. Israel hates Qatar. The people that are calling people out for any Qatar involvement are pro-Israel folks who are completely okay if we did all the same things with Qatar that we're doing with Israel, if that makes sense. Like if Tucker Carlson gets hosted in Israel, given a speech, given a bunch of money, those same people criticizing him for going to Qatar will say nothing about him going to Israel. And conversely, you know, the other side will do the same. The fact of the matter is, this won't happen in the Trump administration. Trump is just a businessman. He'll do business with both sides. He'll do business with the Israelis. He'll do business with the Qataris. He doesn't really care. He just wants whatever's going to benefit us, get us a better deal. I hope the next administration, when we get a true America First administration, are going to be like, okay, Qataris, you keep your stuff. Israelis, you keep your stuff. We don't want nothing to do with either of it. And if you have to boil down any of these folks that are going back and forth, it just comes down to who's giving them their money. Are they getting money from the Israeli lobby, or are they getting money from the Middle Eastern Qatar lobby? And we've invited a proxy war into America where conservatives are fighting because foreign governments are influencing us. And it's just stupid. Like, it doesn't serve our interest. I don't like Tucker getting paid to give a speech in Qatar. I don't like when people go to Israel to get paid to give a speech. I just wish they would focus on America. I don't think we'll see that happen.
Yeah. Jason, you're looking at the furnace and you were looking at the hot water heater, right?
Yeah.
So when I'm asked the question, do you have electric and gas? I have both, right?
Well, you will have a gas or electric water heater. It was a gas water heater, it looked like.
Yeah,
you will have a little bit of electricity going into it for different things like your igniter or whatever, but what heats your water is actually gas.
Was that thing that was coming down from the top?
Yeah, in the front you had that big valve thing. That's valve. That's your gas valve.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and then like pretty much all furnaces, at least in Minnesota, are gas. I've heard there are electric ones, and there's like hot water heat and stuff like that. And it's funny too. You were talking about the influencer thing, and what people are getting paid to do, and it kind of tied into Candace and some of the nonsense. And I wanted to kind of explore that just a little bit with the audience too. We gave some
with the FBI thing now.
What's that?
with the FBI thing now for her?
We'll get to that, but
Yeah.
one thing to understand too is, so some influencers, somebody picks up the phone and says, "Hey, I want you to talk about this thing," and we gave some examples the other day. When you get in the community, you actually get to go into some of these marketing platforms where they want influencers to talk about things. People will pay you to talk about them, you know. That's one part of it. The other part of it too, though, that I don't think people realize is when you create content and people engage with the content, you create more content like that. So like on my website, Wayne's website, the American Tribune, or on, the Dupree Report, like right now we've been writing like Ilhan Omar Somali community sucks articles for a while, and we'll put one out every now and then. Nobody cared. But now it's national news. People are clicking on it. We're going to produce more Somali fraud content because it's what people are consuming. So sometimes the manipulation of the news is because it's what people consume and want to talk about. So when somebody consumes and wants to talk about it, like, why is Candace talking about Charlie Kirk? It doesn't need to be that somebody's writing her a check. It is just people tune in because when she talks about Charlie Kirk, everybody wants to tune in. And Candace Owens is completely loony, I think, right now, but she's doing it because people are watching it. And if you're an influencer and you sit down, there's two ways. Like Wayne does a Substack now. Check it out. It's cool Substack.
You like
those are things Wayne wants to write. Like, I want to express this opinion. There's probably a low expectation of a financial return on that. It's just something he wants to do because he thinks it's important. Like, he'd love for you to pay or subscribe or support him or any of those things. But like that, it's kind of like our Substack that Will does. He writes about things that are important to him. And if somebody likes it enough, they'll pay him to write, but he doesn't, like, we don't run ads on it or that kind of thing. So what I'm saying is, a lot of times, you're producing content because people consume it, and the more people are interested in a story, the more you're just going to keep doing it. Like Candace, the Charlie Kirk thing, I mean, she has picked all the meat from the chicken, and people keep watching. The bones are clean, but she just keeps cooking. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that I do understand, but when it comes to her, there's certain things about how she's doing it that have many people and actually a lot of people are getting tired of it. To tell you the truth, now a lot of people are getting tired of it.
Tim Pool is one.
Oh, but in a way, Tim Pool to me is doing the same thing but opposite. It's like, okay, well, if Candace can go ham on,
yeah, he's making content about how ridiculous what Candace is saying is.
Yeah.
And why is he making that content? He's getting millions of views on that content. So what's he going to do? Talk more about it.
Yep, exactly. And that also, when you talk about it, the more you get emotional is what people like to see today. They like to see the emotion type of deals, versus, So when he's calling her all these names and stuff, and believe me, sooner or later, she's taking it with a smile right now, but sooner or later she's going to come on and she says, I'm going to sue him. That's who she is. She's going to sue him.
Right.
Well,
there's people that are going to start doing the Candace Owens investigation. I still want Wayne to do it. Like, I think that would be fun because the whole story. Like, in college, she was a lefty. She got way lefty. She got involved in. Didn't she sue somebody or something?
She sued the mayor's son. She sued the mayor's son and his friends, and she won because the NAACP came in and helped her. Believe that? Yeah, the NAACP, came in to help Candace Owens, and the next thing you know, Candace And then before the 2016 election, she was making fun of Donald Trump, making fun of
Very loud.
his thing, and making fun of him. And then the next thing you turn around, she's a cat. Oh, I like Donald Trump. I think people should vote for Donald Trump. And she got rid of the website. And after getting rid of the website and liking Donald Trump, and the way that she responded, the way that she did her interviews, and the way that she put her words together, and she talked fast. If you're in the conservative movement, you can talk fast. You sound smart, even if you aren't. But if you could put your words together and everything like that, and you can sound smart.
Oh, and she is a generational talent with communication.
Oh yeah.
I mean, she is the I could sell ice to an Eskimo. If she was a car salesman, she would be the best car salesman. If she was a public speaker, she is. But yeah, she went and she hit that space. She realized, wait a second, 2016, the Republican Party is not known for young people in the movement, nor are they known for Black people or prominent female people. So you have a young female Black person. She retitled herself Red Pill Black or something like that. And then all of a sudden you have this attractive young Black female talking about I support Trump and I'm a conservative. And it was like rocket ship.
And where I can continue to express the speak fast, and be promotional, and people can sell that. Ben Shapiro talks fast. Tommy Lahren talked fast. They sound like they're smart. I mean, you don't have to take a whole lot of pause in the middle of sentence, because I can tell you exactly what's happening. Because if things didn't go that way, then I'm telling you that's the way it is. Because if you take 25% of the national index of where abortions are, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Because then when I talk about this and then I just bring it down like that, then it also sounds like there's so much information that I got for you, because I'm not even taking a breath while I'm even trying to talk. So that's why I can. That's what they do.
Well, and it's funny too. And like Daniel is over there saying, I believe a lot of what Candace saying about Charlie's assassination on the Lone Star Ferry in the closet. Here's what I'm going to say. Candace presents a very compelling argument.
Oh yeah.
And when I say Candace could sell ice to an Eskimo, she truly could. And she communicates very effectively. It's kind of when I watch Candace, I find it's the documentary theory. Scott Adams talks about this, and it's like you could watch a documentary that's like pro or like Making a Murder. You watch Making a Murder, you watch the one show that presents the one case, you're like, oh, he's innocent. Then you watch the other documentary that shows he's guilty, you're like, he's guilty. And that's where and it depends who watch which documentary, and do you compare what are the fact checkings? And but I will say Candace, she is stuck in this conspiracy theory. You know what it is too, Wayne? You know what I figured out because we were talking about it the other day. Do you remember when the book 50 Shades of Grey came out?
Yeah.
Remember how every single female on the planet read 50 Shades of Grey? Let us know in the chat if you're a woman, if you read 50 Shades of Grey. Now, I don't know a lot of guys. Did you read 50 Shades of Grey, Wayne?
No.
I don't know a lot of guys that did. I remember my son was young.
Was good.
I remember we went swimming and we came out of the pool and every mom was sitting in their thing. There was like 20 of them all reading 50 Shades of Grey. And I'm like, this is crazy. And 50 Shades of Grey, as you look at it, it's like about a guy and a girl. There's a lot of weird sex stuff going on. He was rich. Frankly, if the male character lived in a trailer park, he would have been in jail for the horrible things he did. But it was just all this drama. And the women love the drama. And Candace Owens is trying to 50 Shades of Grey the Charlie Kirk assassination. It's like, oh, there's all this sexual impropriety. There's this, there's that. There's all this conspiracy theory, blah, blah, blah. And it's, I think that's what she's doing with it.
Yeah. It was, it's something to watch, but you're seeing this person go after that person go after that person, that go after that person now. And it almost like Jason, it almost to me it almost looked like a free for all now. I mean,
It
I
is.
mean, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so I'm not the only
Charlie's
person.
death, which should have unified the right and understand that we're in the war against the leftists that are just communists. Instead, it has fractured the right. Like all the influencers are fighting with each other and talking about dumb stuff.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They're talking about the dumb stuff. They aren't talking about the stuff that really matters now. They aren't. They're just talking about, and I think one of the main reasons why they're doing it is because the more you can up the person that you're on, or up that person, you're getting more views. You get more views and more clicks. That's why I thought, I was like, you know what, this what do you call it? That debate that was supposed to be between TP USA and Candace. I was like, there are going to be two winners there, Candace Owens and TP USA. There's going to be two losers too, Candace Owens and TP USA. Yep. Nothing's going to be settled between both of them, because Candace's people is going to believe what Candace believes, and they're going to believe, and TP USA people is going to believe what they believe. So,
and both sides are just going to just like take it to the bank, man.
That's all.
Like when you look at the view count Candace is getting, and then you're like, I wonder why she keeps talking about it. Like, it's not necessarily anybody's paying her. We are all paying her by watching the content.
By watching it, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's true. That's more than true. All right, Mr. Jason, we got to get ready to go and everything. We got to get ready. We got to get ready to roll out of here.
Got to get on up out of here.
Yeah, we got to get our tails on out of here. My name is Wayne Dupree. You've been watching Wayne Dupree Show. Today's my birthday. I am. How old am I, Jason?
49.
I'm 49. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I am 49 years old. Don't have any gray.
Don't have no gray hair. Fit as a fiddle.
I'm fit. I am fit. I am on Nick Fuentes. Have you seen that? When he was? You know what?
I'm going through some Nick Fuentes content. He is funny.
Jason thinks he's funny.
Did you watch him on Piers Morgan?
I watched some of it. I ain't watched all.
Oh, you gotta watch the whole thing. That is
no, that was too long. That was too long. But
I had it on when I was snowblowing. I'm like, this is.
Oh, did you? Let me send you something on this.
Oh.
So, with that said, did you see that?
Well, I'm looking now. It just loaded.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta scratch my eyes out.
So when he said that he hadn't did anything with anybody, he was just being funny with Pierce. But they hooked up.
Dear Lord of all the people.
Yeah. They did some stuff to a hotel room, as a matter of fact. Yeah. The nasty cells.
Yeah, I was gonna say someday we just got to go to one of these like political conferences and just have our little like lapel cameras and just be sitting in the lobby of the bar at like 10 a.m. watching who's drinking Hennessy and like all of a sudden you see guy and girl talking and then do like, oh, I wonder where they're going. Weird. This isn't just a Republican thing. If you go to a Democrat conference,
yeah. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is another day.
We'll have more stories of home construction.
My jester is supposed to be here. My jester is supposed to be here tomorrow, but let's see. They're still boxing up stuff, and they were like, "We can move it to a storage place." No, you put it right over there in the corner.
Right.
I got a big enough basement, and most of it wasn't touched, so put it right on over there. We don't need to take it nowhere and put it in storage. No. Nope. Keep it in my house. All right, Jason, give me some last thoughts. Let's get out of here.
All right, folks. I always end with 3 thoughts. Thought 1, happy birthday to Wayne Dupree. At least you made it memorable.
I did, didn't I?
You'll be talking about this one for your thought too. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Super awesome audience. I love the engagement, love the chats. You guys are great. And then final thought, if you want to look at the news, they're talking Tom Holman. The Trump administration's making a lot of promises. They haven't delivered on a lot. They've delivered on some. But they're talking about investigating Ilhan Omar's immigration when she married her brother. Holman was just on saying they're looking into this. And it's real, folks. Kind of like the Obama birth certificate. Like, we're not going tinfoil hat, but Wayne can tell you your concerns are real. Like, nobody's ever explained it. Her immigration stuff, I've looked at it. It's real. And I'll be curious if they do anything about it. If I get one wish in 2025, it's that Tom Holman actually follows through on that. That would be the funniest thing ever. On that, though, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Yes, we will. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in on my birthday. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jason, for the heartfelt birthday serenade.
Oh, yeah. They were all singing with me, too, Wayne.
Yeah, I mean, thank you, everybody.
Like, K-Gun Girl was sitting there staring at her camera, singing along.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. And
I don't know if Paul was. I don't think
Big Bad was probably drinking. I don't think he was singing.
Big Bad's he's bummed. He's claiming that Jasmine has no chance. I'll be curious. We'll have to talk about. Let's get your take on that.
Yeah, we talk about that tomorrow because from what I'm hearing, Republicans did a job down there to get her to run. They put some money out there to make it look like she had a chance. So
I'll be curious.
Oldest trick in the book. Oldest trick in the book. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been watching the Wayne Dupree Show. Y'all have a great evening. And remember, y'all can always send a birthday cake to my address.